Hey, welcome to part 2 of Crazy Taxi! And now we're doing the original stage, the one that was made specifically for the console versions of Crazy Taxi. And once again, we're starting with Lucas's run, and he's gonna play as his favorite character, Gus.
Okay,
That's not what I expected he would sound like.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either, but yeah, that's how he sounds.
And I will say, I'm gonna say right now, I think I say between the arcade run and the original run, this is probably my best run of Crazy Taxi so far.
I agree, and the rest of you see what we mean later.
And actually,
yes.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
As I was trying to say, since me and Lucas gave our thoughts back in part 1, Patrick, what was your first exposure to Crazy Taxi?
That's a good question. My memory's a little fuzzy.
That's okay.
I'm trying to remember what I played at. It was either at a Chuck E. Cheese or a bowling alley.
So you started with the arcade version, like I did.
Yeah, or it might be CC Pizzas. My memory's fuzzy. I remember I played the arcade cabinet stand on the
Yeah.
You have to stand on the arcade. Like there's two. I think there's like at least two arcade builds of the game where you have to sit on a chair, and then there's one you stand stand up and like drive around. And it's like I said about the other different Sega games that are in the arcade. It's pretty challenging.
It is, yeah.
And I got the original Dreamcast version, the iOS version, and the Xbox Live version as well. And
awesome.
It's pretty fun. Like you can do like a lot. You can like I just like its fast like gameplay.
Same here.
Well, there's one thing about the console version is the little mission modes that they have.
Oh yeah,
those are challenging. Those are really hard to do.
Yeah, in fact, I'd say the missions are the biggest challenge in Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, like there's this one mission where you have to like make a high jump on this huge ramp, and you have to like try to build momentum in order to like fly through the level.
So you basically have to play Crazy Taxi like a Sonic game, in other words.
Yeah, something like that.
It's always got to be about Sonic.
Well, it is.
We're going back to the police station.
Well, it is Sega after all.
Police station.
Yeah.
So, Scott, first exposure to Crazy Taxi?
This is my first time actually seeing gameplay of it, so...
Well, you gotta try more Sega franchises besides Sonic the Hedgehog. Did you at least try...
I have.
Oh, you
I
have?
have tried other Sega franchises, but the thing is, though, when I first played Nights for the Wii, it wasn't good.
Well, you played Journey of Dreams. You need to play Into Dreams.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you really need to play Nights into Dreams. It really is awesome.
Yeah, Journey of Dreams, despite being very ambitious, is actually a disappointing sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the Wii version?
Yeah.
Yes, it is the Wii version.
I mean, I thought that looked pretty as a kid. I never got.
Oh no, the graphics are great. I still think the game looks good today, but it's just it's the missions like that hold the game back.
Okay, and I was very confused. This always has pained me. Is Knight's a boy or a girl, or is he just like
it's a girl?
It's an it.
It's whatever you want to interpret it to be. Like
I was so confused. Should I be attracted to Knights, or like should I just consider him my best?
There's an interview with Azuka-san, the guy who's the head of Sonic Team. He said it in an interview. When you unlock it on the PS3 and the Xbox 360 version of Nights into Dreams, he told the people that like Nights is kind of genderless, but it's whoever you want to interpret it to be,
Good to know.
since it's like a dream and stuff, and Nights dualize with a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just like I get it. It's actually BMO from like Adventure Time. I guess it's kind of like that. BMO doesn't have a gender.
Okay. Anyway, Kylie, first exposure to Crazy Taxi?
I've never played any of the games, but I I did hear some of the soundtrack a while back, and I really liked it.
Okay, good enough, I guess.
I got a question for you guys.
Yes,
Like,
yes, Patrick.
for
Yes.
those who haven't played the Crazy Taxi games, have you guys got All-Star games?
What about the All-Star games, Patrick? Your voice cut
Yeah,
out.
like if
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
if they were exposed to Crazy Taxi through those games instead of the main games.
I was brought back on the Crazy Taxi thanks to Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing. I forgot gotten all about that game as a kid, and then Joe is
I
actually
see.
playable the game, and then like, hey, I know that dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
that little arcade game.
Well, on that note, Malcolm, I take you've played Crazy Taxi before?
A long time ago. But yeah, I only played it the one time. I never even beat the game because I had no idea what I was doing because I was probably like 5 or 4 or something.
Oh man, you were around my age when I first played Crazy Taxi. It's crazy. Pun
I just couldn't
intended.
think of it.
Yeah, but I never actually thought about the game for a second until like he was like BD Joe was a playable character in like All Stars Racing. It was it was pretty cool to see him again. But yeah,
I first got back
Not the best
into
character.
I first got back into Crazy Taxi back when Sonic and Sega Fan Jam was still relatively new. It was in either late 2014 or mid 2015 where I finally decided to get back into Crazy Taxi. I got the iOS version. I kind of raged at it at first, but then I played more of it and I got better at the game and I ended up loving it and I still think it's a great game today. Although I'm heavily interested in the sequel, Crazy Taxi 2, because I heard that game is actually better than the first game, if only because you can actually jump in that game.
Not always the sequel is sometimes or not always better than the first.
That's true, but Crazy Taxi 2 just looks better, and it's only on the Dreamcast, and I'm still yet to find a physical copy. I know I should probably order mine from the internet, but it just kind of annoys me that I can't even find it in a local game store that I tend to visit in Savannah.
Oh yeah.
Yes?
Sonic Riders. There's a
Oh,
camera.
Yeah.
That's I was just about to say. I think we could play the Sega Carnival, I believe.
Come to think of it, Lucas,
It was.
you never showed off the Sega Carnival when we first commentated over Sonic Riders. Now that I think about it,
Yeah, I don't know why. I had Sega Carnival and I have both levels of Sega on Sonic Riders.
I think I know the reason why is because those aren't like campaign story levels, pretty much.
Right.
True, but it would have been nice to show them off anyway because they're still races, and it would have been also great if you could show off some characters that aren't playable in the story mode, like Shadow, for example.
Well, the thing is though, Sonic Riders was the first ever commentary we ever did, and this is before our channel was born. I mean, that was when I uploaded commentaries onto my channel. So,
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to the fire station? Don't you supposed to call the fire station to like call them over to your place instead of go there directly?
No fire around here.
Unless is she trying to hit on one of the firemen? They ain't sexy anymore. That was way back in the 70s.
and come to think about it, I think I definitely do want to go back to Sonic Riders and possibly do like another like re-recording of Sonic Riders for the
Please
commentary.
do. Please,
Yeah,
I
I think we should. I think we should probably revisit Sonic Riders. Although, Lucas, this is more of a personal request, but could I possibly record the original Sonic Riders when we get to revisiting it?
Somebody had to.
All right, well,
I want to be back in it.
Okay, because if you do,
In return, Lucas, I'll let you record Zero Gravity if I can do the re-record of the original Sonic Riders.
Can I do
Alright.
Sonic? Can I do Zero G? Can I do Zero G?
Ask Lucas.
well, if I,
It's totally cool if you want to.
Hey, let's get back to Crazy Taxi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with Patrick. Let's get back to Crazy Taxi. Lucas, hey, Lucas, you're running out of time.
I'm almost there.
You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it.
That's what I love.
And then the customer jumps and says, screw it, I'm going back to New Donk City.
Yes.
Ooh,
By the way,
yes.
How do you think like the passengers feel like when they're in the car? Like,
Well,
they must be
they're
scared.
obviously thinking like, be more careful, keep your eyes on the road, and all that, you know.
Yeah.
Yep, and yes, I'm an awesome cabbie.
Awesome cabbie indeed. We're both awesome cabbies.
I tell him this. I'd be like, shut up, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Listen, you
I
want to do a
probably
place
be talking
right,
too much if I was a cab driver. I'd say, "Hey, how you doing? Where you from?"
You know, we now have another cab. It's called Uber.
Oh yeah.
I kind
You
of use
know-
Lyft. I kind of
Yeah,
like
could-
Lyft better.
Hey,
Hey,
your
but
Uber's
why-
am outside.
Hey, Axel!
Yep.
All right.
The main
All right,
protagonist
okay,
of
okay,
Crazy
so-
Taxi, and fun fact: did you know that the let me try it. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, fun fact: did you know that the license plate on Axel's cab is referenced in a message by Dr. Eggman in Sonic Colors?
What does he say?
What's
Oh,
it say?
He basically Eggman says the he says the number on Axel's taxi cab in a PA announcement is what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
With a person of a
I
yellow
remember him
feet,
saying that.
with your yellow cab, please come to the main.
With the numbers one NOM 155. Please come over here. Your cab is about to get smashed into. Oh, and never mind. In other words, Axel's cab was destroyed when he went to Eggman's Interstellar Amusement Park. Maybe that's why we don't have a new Crazy Taxi game, because his cab was destroyed.
I'm on 55.
Oh!
Ow!
Okay.
You landed the cab.
A little heads up here. I don't really do very well in this run because I'm not exactly the biggest fan of the original course because I kind of keep getting lost and I don't play it anywhere near as much as I do the original course. So yeah.
So you're more into the arcade runs of the original, or I'm more into the original.
Yeah, it's
more
kind
than the arcade.
Yeah, it's kind of a like I did better than you at the arcade course, but you did better than me at the original course. So yeah, it works both ways.
Oh, we go far! Oh, we go in the
Hello, water. Wow.
It's Dory.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What were you saying, Patrick?
I just saw Dora, man.
Yeah, Dory. Dory.
Oh,
Dory.
Dory.
Is he smiling in terror?
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
saw Dory. I saw like a blue tang.
Wait,
Yeah,
Dory.
Dory.
Wait, did you say Dory? Is he smiling in terror again?
Okay,
No. Maybe as soon as the cab show. Oh, I was like, yeah, I think I've had enough of this for one day because because again she got the octopus to like sink the that giant truck in Finding Dory. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So,
I love
yeah.
it. I love the music they use in like in slow mo. It says, "I see trees of green."
And roses too.
But anyway, hey, you better get back on the road. You stay focused on this one.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yes, Lucas.
I always love like how amazing your Crazy Taxi announcer voice is compared to mine.
Hey, thank you. I tried my hardest and I hope you like it.
You know, why can't I have you as the new Crazy Taxi announcer if they plan to make another Crazy Taxi game?
I'm good. I think the official announcer is the only Crazy Taxi announcer, at least in my opinion.
I'm sorry. You are killing these turns.
Thank you. Except that time.
I messed up on
Yeah.
that one. That's
Who
okay.
needs-
That's okay.
Yeah, really. Who needs drifting when you can just fly?
Yeah.
Anyway, as I was trying to say, there actually is the newest Crazy Taxi game to be released is technically a game called Crazy Taxi Gazillionaire, but that's not even a driving or racing game. That's actually a farming simulator type of game, which is kind of disappointing.
Okay.
What crazy taxi game is that?
Again, it's a farming type of game in which you like
I know,
run,
but like,
you
why
run
would you make a
you
crazy
basically
taxi
run
game?
a crazy taxi business and you tap to when you want the drivers to like pick up the cabs and they drive them to their destination automatically and It's not really that fun, to be honest. It's kind of the same boring thing. It's kind of repetitive.
Gazillionaire?
Yeah, Gazillionaire. The one where you just click those buttons and icons and pictures.
Yeah.
Crazy Taxi City Rush, on the other hand, is a endless runner type of Crazy Taxi game, and that one is actually pretty fun, from what I remember. And to me, that was the last good Crazy Taxi game. If they ever make another Crazy Taxi game, I hope they actually make a console version. Like, maybe make a $20 version of it, like for, say, the Nintendo Switch or something. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
They actually have a story mode.
I love
That'd be
that.
funny.
Yeah, a story mode. I think a story mode would be great. Like, who hired these? Like, who would hire these people to be cab drivers?
Cars and
Come to think of it, does Crazy Taxi 3 have a story mode? Because I kind of doubt that.
I don't think.
Come to think of it, Patrick, have you ever played Crazy Taxi 3?
Honestly, I haven't played like none of this. They're like on different.
Oh, you haven't.
I did own the original Xbox, but the only Sega game I believe I had was The House of the Dead 3.
Oh man, you didn't even play Jet Set Radio Future Tone, which I also heard good things about.
Yeah, I have it, but I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
Ah, I see. I'm actually interested in that game because I heard that game is not so much a sequel, but more like a reimagining of some sort, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I thought so because I heard that that game improves the main issue I had with the original Jet Set Radio, and that's the control. I'm not really a fan of the control in the first Jet Set Radio game, and I heard that Future Tone, or is it called Future Tone, or is it called Future Beat? I'm not sure. Whatever it's called, I heard that it's a lot better.
Jet Set Radio? Jet Set Radio Future.
Just Future. Okay, Jet Set Radio Future. Sorry, I think when I said I think the reason I said Tone is because I was probably thinking Hatsune Miku Future Tone.
Kind of thing. There's actually one game we probably should have done for the Sega Arcade Extravaganza, and that's Jet Set Radio. If we could do that.
Jet Set Radio is not an arcade game, though. That's a console video game.
I think maybe next time we do a Sega Extravaganza, I think we should do arcade games. Console games. Console.
Yeah, if we ever do any console Sega games, I think the first non-Sonic console game we'll do will most likely be Nights into Dreams, assuming one of us will be able to record it. Oh, I got an S-Class license as well.
Wow.
Dang. That's great.
That's some amazing driving there. So, with that being said, that was Crazy Taxi. That was Crazy Taxi.
Oh, come on. You didn't insert my credits theme instead of using yours?
I actually kind of did a bit of a hodgepodge between the showing both Axel and Gina. Well, and plus the widescreen, Lucas, the widescreen.
Wait, the Offspring did almost all the music in here.
Bad Religion did 10 in 2010, though.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, final thoughts. Crazy Taxi. I really like the original Crazy Taxi, although I have a feeling that the sequels, particularly Crazy Taxi 2, are so much better. But for a first game in the series, this is actually a pretty good start. It's a pretty crazy start. And if you haven't played this game, you should play it. I recommend playing it. If you haven't played it, you need to play it at least once. You don't have to, beat it. Well, you do have to at least do one run, but I guarantee you'll have loads of fun with this game, and it's fun to drive around and improve your score and try to go for a high rank. And I just love practicing at the game and getting better, and I get that nice S license or higher, like the awesome license or crazy license. And the music is fantastic. I have no opinion on the HD soundtrack because I don't have that version of the game. But yeah, Crazy Taxi is pretty fantastic. As for which version I recommend either the Dreamcast version, GameCube version, or iOS version. The 360 and PS3 version is nice, but if you want to listen to the original soundtrack that the game was originally known for, you should probably go for the Dreamcast, PS2, GameCube, or iOS versions of the game. But that's just my opinion anyway. So yeah, Crazy Taxi is just crazy fun.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
okay, final thoughts from Lucas.
Alright, so Crazy Taxi, overall, it is an awesome game. I recommend you need to play this game. Like this is probably one of the only games where like we're getting like people from one place to another. It gets a whole lot more exciting, actually. I mean, I have played the GameCube version, and only the GameCube version. Don't need to play more versions of it. It is a fun game. The carnage is amazing. The gameplay is awesome. The soundtrack, oh my god, is amazing. I feel like if you haven't grown up in the '90s, this is what the '90s would be like if this were a video game. It is that awesome, and
It's crazy awesome.
and that's why it's crazy exciting. Crazy excitement. So yes, like Seth said, if you haven't played this game already, please do so right now. You will get your money's worth.
It is free. The iOS version is free, by the way, so that's another reason I recommend the iOS version. Assuming you can play it with touchscreen controls. I personally don't think touchscreen controls are that bad. I think they work well enough, so yeah. Anyway, Malcolm, final thoughts?
Okay, wow. This was fun. I really love this. I just want to download it again. I just want to download it so I can play it again. But yeah, fun game. You want to cause some mayhem? Seriously, kids and adults or teens, do not drive like this. Seriously, it's dangerous.
Of course not.
So much fun.
It was crazy fun.
Let's seriously, this game is pretty great actually. For if you want to like sit down and just like play with your friends and stuff. Yeah, this is a good party game actually. Yeah, that's got me thinking actually. Like, maybe I should get this game, actually get the console version just so we're
pizza in there too.
Play again.
Yeah, it has Pizza Hut. Hooba dooba.
Yeah.
Anyway, Patrick, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. It's a great fast-paced arcade racer. Got some great music. Oh, actually, no, not great. It's not only great. It's some crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy great.
I also want to give a shout out to Lisa Wilkerson. She's one of my best guesses at Fan Jam 2015. Wishing her well. You can follow her on, I believe, on her Twitter and her Instagram. It should be Lethal Weapon.
Okay. Awesome.
And also, like, I recommend the Dreamcast version.
Smart, because that's the one I got.
Yeah, if you want to experience the full length arcade version, it's like the Sega Dreamcast version is the arcade port of the original Crazy Taxi for Sega Now. Yeah, it's a fun game. As said, try it out for the iOS or Android free.
Yep.
Really fun. And hopefully, once in the near future, Sega can bring back some of these classic games into like modern day arcade.
Yeah, like the PlayStation 4, for example.
Yeah.
So yeah. So now we're going to introduce a new thing for VG commentaries, and this is for those who have not played the games that we have commentated on. So Kylie and Scott, are you interested in trying out Crazy Taxi after seeing the game in action?
Yeah, after hearing the soundtrack.
Awesome. And Scott?
Yeah, I might give this a try. I mean, just watching all the carnage. Ooh.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, you bet your ass it is.
Okay, so yeah, that was Crazy Taxi. Man, that was some amazing driving. Now I hope you have a good time, because now it's time to move on to one more crazy fun. Or actually, is it fun? I don't know. You'll just have to stick around and find out. So stay tuned for the finale of our Sega Arcade Extravaganza. Here we go.